Well, thank you, Jim and Dan and Peg for having us included in your annual meeting. I'm not sure what year 2021 is with respect to MGPEC, but you got to be close to some anniversary, whether it's the 25th or the 30th. Do you know where we're at, Jim, or not?
It's right in there. I know this is our 26th annual meeting.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we're at least 26 years old.
All right. Well, I think we need to start planning for a 30th splash at some point because MGPEC continues to serve the industry well and continues to be a great resource. I think the initial intent of MGPEC is still true today, and that is to advance uniform standards and influence others in best practices. And I think that mission will continue strong in the future as we look at whether it's new technologies or as I'll speak to here in a moment, plastics or changes in specifications. So thank you for what you're doing and allowing us to just have a couple of minutes here. Next slide, please, Jim. 2020, just a quick look back. It was a very good year for the industry in Colorado, I think for 5 reasons. One, we were COVID essential, allow us as an industry to move forward. Most agencies, city, county, had their programs planned and out the door. The commercial residential market stayed strong. There were a number of significant CDOT projects. The Gap, Central 70 are a couple to reference, and we had a warm, dry construction season. And so the actual volume of asphalt in the state of Colorado in 2020 was approximately 15% higher than the previous year. And we hit a high water mark of nearly 10 million tons of asphalt. So as we look to 2021, there's a number of good indicators that the market from a cost, pricing, availability, supply standpoint will be consistent with 2020, which is a good thing. Next slide, please. And so just a couple of comments, and Mike Skinner and Tom Clayton will build on the best practices for asphalt mixes with respect to balanced mix design. So I won't spend any time discussing that, but I want to spend a little bit on partnering and the use of plastics. Next slide, please. On the partnership side, we're very pleased that both Adams County and Greeley were successful in passing ballot measures in November that increase funding for street improvement. And so as we congratulate them, nearly every agency in the state of Colorado need exceeds available funding. And so we're always available as a partner to work with any and all who are initiating an effort to communicate to the voters, to educate the community on the need for what we do and the benefit for increases in funding levels. And so if those of you who are out there are in that discussion area, boy, talk to Mike Skinner and myself, and we will help you along. Next slide, please. Real quickly on an emerging technology that there's chatter in a number of locales, both nationally and here in Colorado, is the use of recycled plastic in asphalt. And anytime someone comes in the door with saying, hey, here's an environmental solution, a recycled product, or a new technology that we think would be a viable contributor to asphalt pavements, the filter questions or the filter issues are, okay, well, can you share with us what the impact is on quality, performance? What's the cost impact? Is it available, producible? Can you show me a specification or a standard? And is there any research data that's available that would give us a warm fuzzy? And then probably the other indicators are, has CDOT done anything with it, or is it on their APL or approved product list? But 2 points that we try to make on any new technology is that asphalt or our pavements are not linear landfills, and not all environmental problems can be solved with an engineering solution. And local governments particularly aren't set up or not in the business to do R&D for vendors. So that's but call us if you have any interest. There's a lot of work being done nationally in research of plastics and asphalt. Next slide, please. And finally, as Sarah mentioned, on the concrete side, our conference has been canceled. We're doing virtual training. Our awards program will also be a virtual element, but we continue to have our plans for Asphalt Lunch and Learns, and they can be when you want it, where you want it, how you want it, on whatever topics. And so we are a resource to come to you to help you along. And a couple of ones that are of increased interest is both pavement management, asset management, and the use of new technologies like warm mix asphalt, balanced mix design, and sustainability. So Jim, with that, I want to keep you on traffic or on time and moving along. So last slide, and I'll close with this, is that CAPA, we're very pleased and proud to be a sponsor and a partner with MGPEC, and wish you well for the rest of your meeting here today.